Welcome everyone to live show 148, Casting Ancient Stones, broadcasting live from Minsk, Belarus in the From the Other Side studio here on this October 5th, 2025. It's 7 p.m. here, 5 p.m. in London, and we're streaming on Rumble, X and YouTube. And tonight I'm excited to welcome back Marcell Foti, author of The Natron Theory, that side, who joined us last time to unpack his book, his groundbreaking ideas. Tonight we'll dive into the new experiments casting granite and limestone, plus analyse the mind-blowing stonework I witnessed in Peru in July. I sent him out hundreds of photos, and we'll be discussing some of those signs of ancient casting techniques on those stones themselves. And we'll also be doing an update on this week's KHL action for Dinamo Minsk. So hit the thumbs up, share the video, subscribe, and remember, from the other side, where truth heralds the dawn of awareness. Welcome back to the show, Marcell. For our listeners or viewers who might not have missed your previous appearance, could you give a quick recap of your book, The Natron Theory, and the core ideas behind it?
Okay, thank you for having me. So the quick review is that when COVID hit, I was forced to do nothing, as many of us, and I decided to find a mystery and solve it, because I've seen a lot of YouTube videos, people trying to solve ancient mysteries, and I selected, totally randomly, I selected the unfinished obelisk in Aswan. And after several trial and error, I was able to chemically decompose granite in a very easy way. It was so easy, it was unbelievable. And that turned me to this field, and I learned a lot. And now I know the chemistry behind. When I started, I knew nothing. My first approach was not even chemical. I tried to do these scoop marks with water jet and high pressure water. But since then, I know a lot of chemistry. It's just basic chemistry, because it's ancient tech. But with that, I was able to recreate a lot of stone types, like limestone. I have artificial limestone. It's impossible, yeah, but I have one. And lately I was able to recreate fake. It's not granite. It's fake granite, but it looks like granite. So this is the book in a nutshell.
This book here.
Up there. Yeah.
Behind me. Since we last spoke, you've been conducting new experiments on casting granite and limestone.
Yeah.
What inspired you to pursue these specific materials, and how do they build on your original theory?
I had previous versions of both stone types, limestone and granite as well. And I told people that I found the secret of these. But actually, these are two cases. First, let's talk about limestone. With limestone, I'm not the first inventor of artificial limestone. It's Joseph Davidovits, who is well known for his geopolymer thing, or the science. And he has proven that the inner blocks of the Great Pyramid of Giza, which are from limestone, are from a mix that was created using natron. That's not my idea at all. But he somehow stopped there, and that's a very special kind of limestone, because it's salty. If you lick it, you can feel the salt in it. And I was not satisfied with this version, because you know that there are a lot of ancient megalithic structures from limestone which are not salty. So if you lick a stadium, for example, that's not salty. So that must be a different formula used. That's why I was not satisfied, and tried to using the never give up approach, I wanted to go closer and closer to the real thing. And today, I think I found the real ancient formula of artificial limestone, which is absolutely a basic stuff, because I'm using wood ash lye. So I'm washing wood ash with tap water, having the lye coming out and using that and crushed limestone. I can recreate the limestone from that. But actually, I can show samples here somewhere. Sorry, that was not. Yeah, I have to run to the next room. One,
Okay.
I'll be back
Yep.
after I finish the second sentence. What about granite?
Yep.
And I bring a piece of granite as well. So, and the recreating granite was, I think it many people told that many of the granite statues are just impossible to move, just impossible to carve, it's impossible to have. And it's not as impossible if it's just an ancient type of concrete. So if you cast it, you pour it, you can create as high obelisk as you want. It's not a problem. You don't have to drag it through the Sahara for 800 kilometers, because you can build it in place. And there is one specific obelisk in Luxor. In Luxor Temple, the obelisk of Hatshepsut, which is surrounded with older buildings. So if the buildings are older than the obelisk, which is, I guess it's 300 tons, then you had to lift 300 tons to put it in this place, which is such a challenge even today that it's impossible. That obelisk is suggesting that it's from artificial stone and it was somehow cast. And that's why I was pursuing this way of creating stone from and using the material that I received from etching granite chemically. We didn't talk about that, but it's water glass. And water glass is the material that the geopolymer guys are using creating modern artificial stones. And because it's the output of etching granite, I thought that they use this and that to make it a stone. I will use some ancient material to make it, to turn it back to a stone. I don't know what's happening with the light here. It's not me. Yeah, and I tried everything from spirits, whiskey to organic materials to baking powder, whatever. I thought it was easy. It was ready for ancient people to use. And some of them are working more or less. I mean, you can make a hard, durable stuff, but the texture of this artificial stone was not good enough for me. So I continued chasing for this magic additive to reach a better result. And it's not that long ago that I reached absolutely brilliant results with a secret material. And I think this is the point when I run to the next room and bring both
samples. Okay.
I'll be back. Maybe it's clouds or something. Okay, so let's start with the artificial granite. Where is the camera? It's here.
Yep.
And it's a plastic toy used in sandboxes. And ta-da! I cast this here, and the texture is just, where is the camera? marvelous. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I can see
My
it. Yeah.
camera is not the best, as you see, but the texture of it is just mind blowing, and I can create this quality.
So you
And
didn't do that with a chisel?
no.
No, I'm
Yeah,
joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I created this mold with the chisel, and no, I found it,
Yeah,
and then it's a casting for sure.
yeah, I know. Yeah.
And it's smooth and it's hard and it's everything that needs to be to tell it's a artificial stone, and it's the texture is beautiful. It's just unbelievable.
Hmm.
So this is the granite part, and how to put it back. It fits perfectly. Why? Because it was created inside this plastic thing. And the next one it's just from a plastic cup.
Hmm.
And this one is the artificial limestone. It's so hard, it's unbelievable. And this is the first one created from wood ash lye in the last 5,000 years. So this is the first one that actually turned into stone. Because I started experimenting with wood ash lye several months ago, but I had the missing piece to create this, but I know the missing piece, which is slag lime, slag. What's the name? Slag lime. Added to this, and it's just unbelievable. That it's hard as it can be. So these
And
are.
what challenges did you encounter when working with granite versus limestone? How did you overcome them?
It's relatively easy to get crushed limestone or limestone powder. It's sold everywhere in gardening shops. People are giving limestone powder to birds, for example. I didn't know that, but it's mixed in bird food. So it was not a hard thing to get, and it's used in a regular building project as well. So the sourcing this source material is just nothing. You go to the hardware store and you can buy. But to source crushed granite, that was a hard problem, because how beautiful it is here, down here, not in the light, but down here, because we are just not using granite anymore. Even our countertops are fake granites from that's a artificial glue, and they put the granite grains in that. There is no real source of granite, so the challenge was to find it, and I had to go to quarries and bag them for a bucket of granite dust and granite grains. But actually, I had great success with this, because I found a guy who had an owner who had two different quarries. He has a granite quarry and a limestone quarry, and we are good friends now. And he's supporting my experiments, so it's not an issue anymore.
Oh, great. What were the most surprising results from these new experiments? Did they confirm, challenge, or expand your aspects of the Natron theory in ways you didn't anticipate?
There were some points in time when I questioned all the content of my book, but my belief remained and turned back, because as I was playing with these things, one problem just didn't. I couldn't solve one small problem, which is the basic of the whole theory. Is that this water glass I created from etching granite contains sodium, because natron is just sodium carbonate, and when you work with it, sodium will remain, and the end result is sodium water glass. And this sodium makes the thing water soluble for a long time. And if you don't use special chemicals to react the sodium, the stone will be soluble in water. And it is a problem, yeah, because if you have this kind of water glass, you you can buy in the hardware store as well, and you can create at home. Then you need something to add to make it waterproof, and this something can be just wood ash. I proved that. So the first kind of stone I created, it wasn't limestone at all. It wasn't granite at all. It was just water glass mixed with wood ash, and it's. I have a sample here. This this gray stuff here. This is a Moai statue sticking out from the ground, and it's waterproof. But if you add wood ash to it, it will turn gray no matter what, because the wood ash is gray. So to create something that is not gray and waterproof was a challenge for me, and I thought that maybe the basics of the theory are wrong, but what I found lately with this material means that no, it's not, and there are some cases when sodium can be both transparent and waterproof. Just to give one example, window glass. Ta-da! Window glass has a lot of sodium inside, and it's transparent and it's waterproof. So, and something similar happens here with this fake granite, is that the binder is a kind of glass created on room temperature. It's not the window glass. It wasn't heated, so it's kind of mixed and let it dry thing. But it's a form of glass. So it's water soluble and it's transparent and it's hard. Yeah.
As you know, I recently visited Peru and was blown away by the ancient stonework there. I sent you,
Yeah.
photos
I remember that.
of the sites. Based on what you've seen in those images, what initial thoughts do you have about the construction of the techniques used? And I'll just put some
prepared. Yeah.
So here's some of the photos. I'll ask them a bit more questions after this, but just your initial thoughts of what you saw.
Yeah. So stop here. It's always fascinating to see the precision of carving, which cannot be carving, because on the left side of this, in this picture you're showing, I cannot show you. You can see that the stone above pushed down and made an impression on the stone below.
Yep.
So it's not carved. Can you move the mouse there to show the listener?
Yeah, over here.
I cannot see that. Okay, anyway, but we can see that the shape of the stone in the bottom left. Yeah,
there.
It's just not carving. It's stupid. And the story goes that you cannot fit a razor blade between them. Yes, because they were cast on top of each other, and that's the secret of perfect fit.
Yeah,
that they are just glued together. Okay.
I'll just doing that. So in the photos from Peru, as we're going to see, there are some incredible precise fittings, as we just talked about. And those shapes in the stones are almost impossible with traditional carving methods.
Sure.
Do you see evidence of casting processes similar to what you've been experimenting with? And if so, can you point to specific examples
that show that it's cast?
Yeah, like you just did then.
Like this one, yeah.
Go through.
It's yeah. Wow.
Hang on. I've got a lot of video there. Hang on.
Yeah, these impressions, and if you like this one, but there are more examples.
Like that
Stop.
Yeah.
I think it's Saxahuman, or if it's not, it's similar.
Yeah, it is.
And, it is. And if you have several pictures of this, you can see the wooden boards used as a mold or something to keep the slurry in place while it was hardening. This is not the best example because there are some impressions on the top left stone, but in Sacsayhuaman there are a lot of stones with impressions
Yeah, you can see one.
from
You can see one just here on the
yeah. So it's just stupid to say that people were spending their times to carve these impressions into. Aha, that's better. Have a look at the stone in the
bottom left one.
bottom left. Yeah. That there is no way that ancient people had time to carve this. Is just stupid.
Yeah. I was quite impressed. We had a couple guides when we went to different places like Machu Picchu and other places, Ollantaytambo and all that. And I talked to them about your book, because they would say to us, "Oh, the stone came over from over there, and they carried it over the hills." And I said, "No," because we had a private guide, and I just talked to him about your theory, the book, and all that. And then I thought they would just blow me off, but they didn't. They were very interested, and I put your book and details on my phone. They took photos of it so they could have a look afterwards. So I was quite interested that they instead of saying, "Oh, that's bullshit," for example.
Yeah, because they have tradition. They have traditions of some softening, and they are not under the pressure of some authority to tell differently.
And also, as you saw on these photos which I've sent you, all these have got these little nubs on, which you say were to get the water out. Is that right?
Yeah.
Drain the water out.
Yeah, when you mix this material, this one and artificial limestone are not concrete. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, the wooden boards keeping it in place while hardening. So this material is not concrete. So you have to use water to make a mix, but that water needs to leave. In concrete, you keep most of the water stays inside, over 60%. But this one, this is just pushing water out as it dries. And if you have a mold to keep it and it is pushing out the water, you need to remove the water. By the way, these are strange. These are not the usual knobs. Anyway, so the water must leave. And as I found lately, it's not clean water, it's not tap water, but it's full of alkali. So it's a very useful and precious material. So you need to collect it. And probably some of these depressions here were used to collect the water coming out from the stone. Not this one. I cannot imagine it's collecting. But some of them like this, maybe this. We should try the shape. What happens if you pour a glass of water on it, where it will go? But anyway, the water leaving this mix is not waste. It's precious. So you need to collect it. Yeah. So I think it's what we are seeing now is a mixture of functional intrusions, protrusions, and marks of keeping the story in place. So marks of molding.
Yeah,
it's both.
How do the Peruvian stoneworks compare to other ancient sites you've studied in relation to the Natron theory? Are there parallels in materials or potential casting evidence that tie them together?
Sorry, I was just staring this picture. What was the first compared to who?
Are there parallels in materials or potential casting evidence that tie them together in different ancient sites like Egypt?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure.
Japan,
I'm sorry.
Greeks, all sorts of places.
Yeah. The basics, the chemistry is basically the same for artificial limestones and the same for every other stone types. Because it's the same chemistry, it must be a similar technology, and it's a similar technology we can see here than the technology in Egypt and other parts of the world. The difference is that whether this is a water glass based stone, by the way, whether the water glass here was sodium or potassium based, and or a mixture. And I think in Peru they were creating the necessary water glass from wood ash with several steps, but here the soil is salty, so they ended up with a wood ash and with a mixed alkali containing both potassium and sodium. And because sodium is in there, you need to have something to transform it to a different molecule, and that's why they have wood ash in there, and the gray color here is just wood ash in the mix. But it doesn't mean it's technically different. It means that the alkali they could produce from their resources is a bit different than in Egypt, because in Egypt I think they created all the water glass from Natron, which is it's a detergent, using a detergent that they had a lot of them, so they used that. Here they had to use wood ash, and although the thing that comes out from it's water glass, it's the same, but the behavior of it can be different: soluble or not soluble, reactive or not reactive. So the secondary school chemistry basics are the same, but the mixtures are different to reach the best output in any region. That's my bet. I didn't. It's an endless story, so I don't have data to prove that this one is this and that one is that, but it's just dictated by logic.
On the stones, which you see, these two stones here, you can see the wood marks on both of them.
Yeah.
And also I saw on the stones, it looked like material or something they were using to hold it in, like a bag or something like that. You could see that
sure.
in the stonework as well. So there was patterns on the stones as well. Like, I'll just zoom in on these two here. As you can see the wooden mark, or this one here. Right there.
Yes, sure.
And this one.
There are many examples. Yeah.
Yeah, and this one over here like that. So, it's quite interesting after talking to you and then going to these places and going, oh, look.
Look, there, yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell the size of the stick they used.
yeah. Like this.
Here. Yeah, this one, yeah.
Yeah, on there. So, yeah. So, and in fact, when I was going around all these places, and I was looking at the stone more closely than I would have after talking to you. And I was with my wife, and I was going, oh, look at this. This is where you can see where the wood is, or the material and all that sort of thing.
Yeah. Nice.
Yes. And you can see how it's all cracked as well and chipped off. Like,
and
it's like concrete does. Just like concrete does.
It's mixed. Yeah, it's a mixture. Yeah.
I've got so many photos and videos of this over the last, when we were there for 2 weeks.
Yes.
Just lots. I'll have to send you all the video as well. It's just massive.
That's a correct knob. Yeah, it's a correct knob. Maybe you can collect water dropping from it as well. Put a bucket below and collect the water.
Yeah. There's another shot of it there.
What's interesting with this that anyone can try to create this kind of stone. So it's a big misconception that the only artificial stone in this universe is concrete from Portland cement. No, it's absolutely not. The second one is the geopolymer family from Davidovits, and the third is artificial limestone, and the fourth is let's say this kind of stone. So there telling that people cannot create hard stone-like material without Portland cement is just stupid.
Yeah.
Uh,
If casting was indeed used, as we can see in these photos,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like it, in ancient Peru, what do you think the implications of our understanding of pre-Columbian engineering and technology?
Mm-hmm. When I'm doing experiments, I'm trying to use as less 21st century materials and knowledge and resources as I can. So, for example, these this butterfly contains just nothing that's modern. It's not. And with this, I can tell you that yes, they were smart, but you don't have to look for advanced high technology. They were as smart as we are, so they could build these things with minimal resources and no real chemical knowledge. They didn't know what sodium is and what's happening, but when they mixing it, this is masonry work and as that it's remarkable, but it's not science. I mean, construction industries is not science even today. It's just construction. So I'm trying to avoid the interpretation that you should have ancient laser or something. Nice sign of casting there. Yeah. Because they are not needed. You don't need ancient lasers. You don't need ancient heavy machinery. You need a good workforce knowing the behavior of the mixed material, and you can build this stuff.
Did you see these hills next to where all the stonework is? It looks like, I don't know if you've noticed all this. I'll get a better photo of this in a second.
You mean there are these impressions on the hill?
They look like all these rounded impressions on all these hills, and they're all round, all this stone. See everywhere.
I don't know. It can be ice age stone formation. I don't know, but there are places when there are artificial stones in the size of a hill, like giant artificial stone blocks, like in India. That's a very nice example as well. Yeah. So how do you do that?
You put a stick in there.
You put a stick in there and that's it. Yeah.
Piece of wood and then pull it out after it's
right. Yeah. Easy.
Yeah.
So you switch from impossible to easy if you let the stone be artificial. That's the way it is.
This here on the hills, there was a lot of this where everything was cut out or melted out or whatever it is. It's like sections. If you see here, see like this here.
I think these are places to produce water glass. This is a factory here.
All right. Okay.
I was not there in Saxahoma. I mean, I was in Peru, but I was sick, so I couldn't move. It's a sad story. I wasn't there, but these places look like similar to the scoop marks in Egypt at the unfinished obelisk. I mean, these very much look like a factory to create water glass from crushed stone and some kind of alkali. Yeah.
And like this one here, look.
That's a special thing because if you are creating water glass, it's running down. But there are still objects we cannot explain. That's why I told you it's an endless story. So yeah, it's beautiful, but I doubt it was a water glass factory. The previous one was, but what's that? And I don't know. By the way, go back one, please. By the way, this can be a huge casting as well. Because why not?
Yeah.
Because why not?
Yeah. Like the temple we discussed in India. Maybe that was a huge casting.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We're going there in January or February, so I'll take photos of that for you as well.
Good for you. Okay.
Yeah. Hang on. And this right out of the rock here.
What's the size of this?
Probably,
yeah, I can see. Okay, so like a cat or something. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is in my mind. This is the factory to etch silica-based stone to create water glass. And actually, I have some big rocks outside in the garden. Yeah, this is the size. And I'm planning to create this. This is a scoop mark again.
Yeah.
So.
You want to go back one?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
You see this here on the stone. This is the pattern on the stone.
Oh, right.
See?
It's like a textile or fabric.
Yeah. So and then this one here where it looks like it's chipped, flaked off.
Yeah, right.
Like concrete does.
There are many places that look like this. Yeah.
This is the wall inside the city, that street. So that's what this is. This there's that 12 stone one they always go on about.
Angled stone, yes.
Yeah, this one here, with a little nub down the bottom.
With a nub to help it lifted.
Yeah. There's all the nubs here as well.
These are better examples to let the excess water leave and to collect it in a bucket. These are better examples.
Yeah. Like that one.
Like that one, yeah. That it's absolutely. By the way, the amount of water it releases, it depends on the mix. So there are more concrete-ish and less concrete-ish mixes, and some of them are just actively pushing out water, like artificial limestone. It's brutal. It's pushing out water. Some of them are keeping back some, but most of them are getting rid of the water while curing.
I wanted to ask you, could this be done with marble? Because some of those statues you see with fine lines like a veil and all that, you just think.
I read somewhere. I did. Yeah. I didn't do any experiment with that, but I read somewhere that there is a technology to create marble-like material artificially, but that's not my field.
I know that. I'm just wondering. You've seen those marble statues from old times, and you just think one mistake and they'd have to start again.
And you have to order a new block of.
So I was wondering if they'd cast the marble statues as well, and
or if you were creating the eye and.
Yeah.
Then you have to create a third eye somewhere here because it's fucked up. Okay.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So anyway, okay. So looking ahead, how do these new experiments and the Peru insights influence your future research or any upcoming projects related to the Natron theory?
So now, as I can confidently say that these stone samples I have are great. And I shared the formula with a lot of people, and they are giving me feedback that it's actually great. I'm planning. By the way, I planned for whole 2025, but it's at the end of 2025. But still, I'm planning to create bigger objects than this palm-sized whatever. So okay, let's move to the next size. So the results are good enough to try something bigger, like this and this and this and this and to create several ton blocks. several ton blocks in the future. Whether it's this year or it will be later on, I don't know. It depends on a lot of things. I started to create bigger blocks already because I cast a piece of pavement in my backyard. Maybe you've seen it on Twitter. I did it. I cast it from artificial limestone, but I didn't create anything from artificial granite yet bigger than this. And I think these bigger size projects will be accepted more widely than these small sizes, because when I show these to naysayers, they have all kinds of rejections that it's not okay to have this size. And although I'm not agree, I think they have a fair point that this material in this size can behave totally differently than in larger sizes. So, to cast a huge limestone block, several tons or at least 1 ton, or to create a granite obelisk. That's the plan.
Great. Are you going to write an update to your book? Or another book?
I need to correct some parts of the book now, but in 95% is absolutely correct, because the chemistry is the same and correct. So there are bits and pieces that are need to be, it's not corrected, but fine-tuned. I was stupid. I thought that pressure is somehow involved to create this, and I was pressing the cast stone. That's stupid. It's not important at all. So there are bits and pieces that are, it's not incorrect.
It's just over time as you experiment.
Inexperience. Yeah, that's the good word. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else that I've missed that you would like to say?
Yeah, I think I'd like to share one more thing is that I started, people are loving mysteries, and I was open all the time, sharing all of my experiments and information to let people to recreate my results, and they are doing very good results. But because mystery sells better than truth, I decided that the magic ingredient of this artificial stone will not be a secret, but I will not publish it, but I will ask people to keep it in secret. So now there is a project or something, peer review process that people are trying to recreate this artificial stone under NDA. But this non-disclosure agreement, but this NDA is that I give NDA to anybody. If you tell me that you will keep the secret, that's enough. So that there is no legal requirements whatsoever. But anyway, I hope this little piece of secrecy will help to spread the truth. And it's contra-intuitive for sure, because when I'm sharing the secret, they are attacking me. When I'm not sharing, or just sharing if you promise not to tell to anyone, I don't know, I will give it a try. Anyway, anyone would like to try to create these beautiful fake granite objects, just write me and I will send you the non-NDA. NDA, you have to agree that you will not share it with anyone. And I give the information to them, and they can start experimenting with this one.
And they can send you a message on X. What's your X?
Yeah, send me a message on X, and I'll put them in a database. There are so many. It's an open secret. I had to open an Excel sheet and put them in order because I cannot follow. So many people knows about it right now. But anyway, it's
what's your X name on what's the name?
Fomahun. But if they are searching for my name, Marcell Foti, they will find me.
Okay, great. Thank you again for coming on. Really appreciate it. And
Thank you very
you'll
much.
have to come on again when you've done your big blocks, or you've got a new book or updated the book. One or the other. But I'll also, like in January when we go to India, I'll make sure I send you all photos, and so you can have a look at that as well.
Could you check the Natron source? There is a road called Barabar Hill Road, and there was a local guy who went there and checked that there is natron on the surface. So there is this mountain with the Barabar caves, and the road goes down, and called Barabar Cave Road, Barabar Hill Road or something. And both sides of the road there is this white material on the surface, and the local says the name of this is rech, which means washing powder or something, detergent or something. And I'm guessing that it's very close, the natron source. If you walk down the hill, the natron source is just there. And I would like to have it checked by someone who I'm trusting.
Yeah, okay, I can do that. I can probably grab a sample and send it to you as well.
Very good. Very good.
That would even be better.
Okay, one more thing.
Yep.
There are scoop marks at Barabar. If you are looking at the caves, there are several caves in one block. And turn around, you will see the scoop marks. I call them scoop marks, but it's very much like a depression to heat up natron and to etch the stone. And this is what I just found in a video. No, actually, someone else found it, but I know right on. Whatever. Please turn back and take good pictures of this shape, like a pissoir. Pissoir shape depressions in the rock.
I'll definitely do that. And for everybody, just grab this. There's the book. It's on Amazon. That's how I bought it. It's a good read.
Thank you for
I was impressed. That's why I contacted you. It's very interesting. And thanks again for coming on. Really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
And now we've got some KHL Dinamo Minsk updates or reports from this week, September 29th and October 1st games. What a rollercoaster week it's been for Dinamo Minsk at the Minsk Arena. On September 29th, the Bisons faced off against Lokomotiv, the reigning Bulgarian Cup champions. And what a battle it was. It was all the way through regulation and overtime, ending 2-2 before Dynamo took it in a 1-0 shootout win. Zach Fukal was brilliant in goal, absolute shutting the door, and both Sam Annis and Vlad Morris found the net in regulation. Ty Smith added 2 assists and looked sharp all night. That victory was Dynamo's 4th straight home win, and the atmosphere in the Minsk Arena, I was there, was electric. Minsk proving once again it's a fortress.
Ну, вот просто любопытно, держит ли в голове сейчас торпедовцы летнее поражение. Вот он шанс Фукали! И у Зака пока сухая серия продолжается, в отличие от сухой серии Кульбакова, которая прервалась, когда забил Пинчук. Фукали здесь лежа сумел все-таки свои ворота отстоять.
Нарделла пытался продавить голкипера Минского «Динамо», но Фукали, находясь в очень неудобном положении, сумел шайбу отразить щитком, а потом...
Александр, нет, да и рассыпает перед нами, как шайба не попала в ворот, непонятно. Фукали бьет по площадям, там копают соперники, копают защитники, и в итоге этим регбийным молом затащить шайбу в...
Then, just a couple of nights later, on October 1st, Dynamo returned to the ice against Sevastopol. The game started with a show by the Ice Girls and a singer whose name I do not know. Sorry about that. And this time it was tough for one. Sevastopol came in fast and aggressive, pressing hard from the start. Dynamo had chances, including a big 5-on-3 power play, but just couldn't convert. The game slipped away in the third, ending 5-2 for Sevastopol. Still, there were bright spots. Vadim Mraz scored twice, including his 50th career KHL goal, a big personal milestone. After the game, the Dynamo coach said the key moment was missed on the 5-on-3 power play, but he also praised the effort of his leaders and the energy from the home crowd. 15,000 fans were in full voice again. Minsk Arena never disappoints. So it's 1 win and 1 loss to close out the home stand, but Dynamo remain in a strong position and continue to look like one of the most spirited, hard-working teams in the KHL. You can see these games on our Rumble and YouTube channels, and the next game is on the 6th October when Dynamo Minsk plays at home in the Minsk Arena against Tractor, and I'll be there. If you want to follow on our X account, I will be posting what's going on.
Хорошо, хорошо! И 1-1! Вадим Мороз! Вот тот прессинг, который Северсталь нам сама навязала в первом периоде. И он срабатывает, только уже у чужих ворот.
Вадим Мороз отличается во второй встрече подряд. Да, долго ждал вообще, когда у него пойдет уже в этом сезоне. Лишь в 9-й встрече сумел распечатать ворота в новом для себя сезоне, ворот соперников. И вот вторая встреча подряд. Вадим Мороз отличается. Но здесь классно сыграли все. Хорошо поборолись за шайбу. Шипачев
как хорош, а?
Ну, да,
под себя.
Это его стиль. Шипачев никогда не жалел, да, вот, отдавать шайбу партнерам. в таких ситуациях.
Пересбор, Шипачев, хитро сыграл. Шипачев, вуале, заряжать надо, подставление! Это шайба, которая оказывается в воротах.
Вадим Мороз подставил на пятаке. Дубль на счету 13 номера. Но очень много работы было у Вадима Шипачева. Вот в этой смене он, буквально руководил всей атакой, да, он и шайбу держал. Потом, когда уходила в угол, Вуале играл там за лицевой на синий, как раз таки уже успел, причем с другого фланга, Шипачев подстраховать. Потом на свое место успел вернуться. Но Шипачев просто красавец. Ну и Вадим Мороз празднует успех. Прокатывал на пятаке, подставил. И здесь Самойлов только руки могут развести в стороны. 3-2. Минимальная разница в счете. Без 1 секунды 7 минут до третьей сирены.
Ну и поздравляем, я так понимаю, Смита с очередным...
And big thank you to Marcell for joining us again and sharing his experiences. Fascinating updates on the Natron theory, those innovative casting experiments with granite and limestone, and his insights into the ancient Peruvian stonework from the photos I sent. It's opened up so many new questions about our history. So that's all for Live Show 148, Casting Ancient Stones. Hit the thumbs up, share the video, subscribe and more. And remember, from the other side, where truth heralds the dawn of awareness. See you next time. Bye.